What is up, you guys? I am starting a vlog. I haven't started a vlog in like forever. Say hi. There's Maggie and there's Edson. I don't know if you guys can see him in the mirror. He loves car rides, and we haven't been out of the house in like forever, aside from like
I'm going to
the grocery store. And then we come to Jasmine and Jordan's house because we know they're super safe, and then we're super safe. So we need some what is it, distraction. We need some human interaction, and we always have so much fun with them. So we're like, you know what, let's just do it, because it's been crazy, this coronavirus stuff, and we need distraction, especially because I'm gonna cry. And I just did my makeup. Our dog, if you guys are familiar with us, obviously you've seen Leia in a couple of vlogs, and we told you how we rescued her from the animal shelter. She was severely abused and she was thrown out of a car, and they were gonna euthanize her, and we couldn't let that happen. As soon as we saw her, she stole our heart, because her eyes were the first thing that like caught our attention. Ooh. And we couldn't let them euthanize her because she had a limp and everything, and we took her to the vet. Everything else was okay, just her limp. It just healed that way because she was thrown out of a car when they found her. And then we rescued her. We had her a little bit over a year, and she passed away 2 days ago. And she was an older dog, and we were calling a bunch of vets to have her like put down, but we felt bad because she got better again. Like, she started not eating and drinking, and then she started eating and drinking again. Yeah, and then she was potty trained.
I was cooking her a pound of steak and
yeah, she ate so damn good. Our goal was to spoil the hell out of her. As much time she had left, and we didn't know how much time was left, and it was a little bit over a year. And she said, "Go fast, don't go fast."
Okay.
No. And then it was a little bit over a year, but that year she got spoiled so much. We cooked her steak dinners, turkey dinners, like we literally cooked for her. She probably was eating better than us sometimes.
No, we all eat the same, actually.
Well, yeah, we would feed her whatever we would eat too sometimes, like if it's steak
better
and
than
stuff.
us when I'm sitting here with my belly's bigger than ever.
I know, but like we would have nachos, and then she would have a piece of steak.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
but,
she's gonna eat nachos.
I know, but unfortunately, like I feel so much peace because she passed away where she wanted to pass away, at her home in her backyard, and she's in a happy place. It was so odd.
She looked at me. She got up from the carpet. We had like a rug in our living room, and she loved laying there. So she got up from there. It was like what? I don't know the exact time, to be honest, but she got up and she would look at me like this and asked to go pee pee. So I told Cynthia, I'm like, Cynthia, she needs to go pee, hurry, because I had Edson. I was putting Edson to sleep.
Let her out to go potty. Then I let her out for like what, 10-15 minutes because it's like super hot. So I let her out, and then I went out there and I'm like, Leia, come in. And she was in the shade, and she got up.
And sometimes she just didn't want to come in.
Yeah.
She wanted to be left outside.
So we would give her plenty of water and everything.
Yeah.
And then I go out there and tell her to come in, and she didn't want to come in. She got up and she was wagging her tail, and then she just looked at me, and I was like, okay then. I'm like, baby, let's leave her out there for another 10 minutes. And then we went to check, and then she was just laying on the side of the house, and she was breathing very shallow. And then that was so damn hard. We started calling vets because it was at night when this happened, and we started calling vets, and obviously everybody was closed, so we had to call an emergency vet. And
to euthanize her,
yeah, to euthanize her was
$10.
No. Oh, really? I was getting like $5.20 and stuff like that. So we were kind of looking for a cheaper alternative because, you know, that money, we have a newborn and we have kids
car registration. That's $500.
I know, that's ridiculous. But we were trying to look for a cheaper alternative, and she ended up passing away on her own. And it brought me a lot of comfort because I saw her and she looked like, obviously she was in pain, but she looked like she passed away like peacefully. And it just sucks, everything about it, but
I never thought losing a dog would be this hard.
I've lost my dog that I had for 18 years. She was my dog since I was a little girl. So I saw her pass away too, and that was really hard. But I feel like Leia meant so much because she was our first dog as a family. Like, it just meant so much, and she was so sweet, and she was so overprotective, like, of me. When my sister, even my sister, when she would come around me, she would literally bark at her and be like, just stay next to me. She was very protective of you when you were pregnant. Yes, when I was pregnant, and she was just my baby girl, and it just hurt so bad. But I talked to her and comforted her, and they say that doggies go away when they're going to die, and I feel like that was her time when she got up, and then she looked at Josh, and then I went out there, she looked at me, and then she ended up passing away. So then Josh took her to the emergency. Yeah, we had to wrap her body up. We had to wrap her. Josh couldn't do it. An hour. I can't deal with death. I mean, I've dealt with death before because I was a nurse assistant. You dealt with human beings. Yeah, and I find it like, I know it's weird for a lot of people, but I find it so peaceful for me to be the last one to be able to talk to them. I would pray with them, and a lot of people thought like, oh, okay, you weirdo. No, because I would pray with them, hold their hand and clean their face, and sometimes their face would stay open, and I would put pillowcases. My mom was a nurse assistant for what, 17, 20 years, so she showed me a lot of her ways. I would close their mouth and kind of hold their mouth so it doesn't look like they went in pain, close their eyes. So I have a lot of experience of helping clean, I guess, when people pass away. And it just, Josh couldn't do it, and I understand it's not for everybody, so I had to put her in a blankie, and then he helped me. We put her in the trunk. He took her to the vet so they can cremate her, and we didn't keep her ashes. I just feel like I didn't want to, because then, I don't know, it's just something that I chose not to. We did choose to get her little paw print, and we'll show you guys that later, and in clay, and then they put her name, and it was just so beautiful and so perfect. And Maggie had a chance to tell her goodbye, and Maggie that night, oh Jesus, that night she started giggling and laughing, and she said Leia, and I was like, oh, me and Josh literally started crying, and we're like, she came to say goodbye. We asked her in the morning, and she's like, yeah, Leia came and said bye to me, mommy. And it was a little difficult for Maggie to understand, and she's only 3, and I understand that. She was like, oh, she's coming back though, right? And I'm like, no, she's not. And it was just kind of hard to explain to a little 3-year-old what was happening. But we know that Leia is in a better place, and she's running and happy and reunited with my past doggies and his past doggies, and I know we'll see her again when we all reunite. But for now, I'm happy that we gave her the best life we could give her, and that she is no longer in pain and she's resting, so she doesn't have to deal with Arizona heat. I know. And dust storms. We're gonna miss her though. When we go to Cali, we would always take her with us, and she would be our little travel buddy, and it's just, she will be missed for, she will be missed. You guys, she will be missed so freaking much. I love her so much, and we will always remember her. Yeah. Yeah. I know. I can't talk. I know. I don't want to cry right now. I know. Pretty girl. Leia. Hi, honey. Hi. A beautiful Friday evening. So beautiful. Walking Leia. Leia. Come on, Leia. Let's go walk. Leia. Leia. You want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Come here. You want to go for a walk?